Hey there, Random Like Esports fans. This is Coach Itzen just getting ready here for the match between Rams of Random Lake and the Clinton High School Cougars. We should be starting right around 4 o'clock. We're just wanting to get on and get things ready here. Do want to get a quick shout out to our sponsors, Bertram Communications, Jolly Good Soda, and the Random Lake Booster Club. We could not do any of this without your support. So, Random Lake is 7-0, going for 8-0. Will be the second time in 3 years they'll be undefeated champs of their conference. And we're going up against Clinton, who last year won the state title. So, really, today's match is between the two state champions that have been in SMITE for the Wisconsin High School Esports Association. So, it should be a pretty good match. So, go ahead and hang in there with us, guys. We should be going, like we said, right around 4 o'clock, maybe a little later. We'll just have to see how that goes. All right, folks. Looks like we are getting ready to go here. Just got to do my spectate, and I've got to fix a couple things because I had some stuff backwards. But we'll get that fixed here. Looks like we are the home team. So we will be on the order side, which will make things easier. So, just waiting for things to get started. All right, we should be starting soon. Just waiting to see what's going on here. All right, looks like we will be starting here any second now. All right. Here we go, and the bans are coming through, and Random Lake is banning that. Oh, I was going to say that. Oh, it looks like it's Baron Samdi. I love the fact they're not showing pictures. Hades is banned by Clinton. We have a Izanami ban by Random Lake and a Daji ban for Clinton. All right, Random Lake bans Cupid. And oh, now we have the pictures, and the tier is banned by Clinton. And the first pick for Random Lake is going to be the Cernanos. And so we're waiting for the 2 picks from Clinton. All right, so Random Lake does get a pick on the Poseidon and then the Kefri. So Jacob's going to be on his Kefri, and Torvgord's going to be riding that Poseidon. And Jollification, who's in playing carry for Random Lake today, is going to be on that Cernanos. Clinton does get Medusa, Ymir, which their support player loves to play, seemingly, and the Thanatos. There's a Pele ban, a Pele ban by Clinton, a Bologna ban by Random Lake, and then let's see what that last Clinton ban is going to be. So a lot of these bans here have been very targeted by Clinton. Looks like they did a bit of, scouting on Random Lake. And there's the Cthulhu. That's probably the only god that Random Lake has not played in competition that has been banned. We'll wait for Random Lake's last ban here, and then then Clinton will start up the picking again. And their last ban is the Anubis, which is a god that is played by the a god that is played by sorry about that, folks. By the Clinton mid laner. We do have a Milan pickup, and it looks like Pestilence is going to go the way of the Ratatasker. That is going to be a lot of engage there. A lot of mobility, he's got that ultimate where he can pretty much go up into the sky and up on the trees and go pretty much anywhere. So that'll be a good mobility piece. And Big Man's going to be sitting on that Kakolin there. So that's going to be a bit of pressure there. Kakolin, or as Final K likes to call him, Baby King Arthur. So, and Clinton is the final pick for Clinton is the Scylla. So we're going to have... For Random Lake, it's going to be Big Man in the solo on Kakolin. We're going to have Pestilence on that Ratatasker. In the mid lane, we'll have Poseidon, Torvor on the Poseidon. We're going to have, in the duo, we're going to have Jolly on that Cernanos and Jaco on that Kefri. For Clinton, it looks like Fazamessi going to run the Mulan up on the solo, so it'll be Kakolin versus Mulan. Jungle, it's going to be Love versus that Ratatasker. Minion 3090 is going to be running that Scylla in the mid lane versus the Poseidon of Torvgord. And then it'll be Medusa for Arya Shanks versus the Cernanos for Jolly. And then Ymir from the Flying Ferret going up against Jaco on that Kefri. So we're just going to sit here. We're just waiting for the time to go through. And then we will be popping over to game here. So just kind of hang out with us here. I am going to turn on our logos, and so you can tell, at least score-wise, where people are, and we'll get things set up here and good to go as soon as things are up. All right, looks like we should be loading in soon. I'm hoping that this is just a display bug here, that it just doesn't like some of my stuff. Well, at least all that loaded in. Let's see what we got here. All right, so here we go, all set to go in game, and we're gonna follow folks around here. Game's gonna start up here about 30 seconds. We'll have minions out and running. Do want to remind you guys, pretty much whoever wins this game, depending on how tiebreakers work, is going to end up winning the conference title and be the #1 seed from our conference. So
minions have spawned.
Random Lake really wants to get this and get this nice and taken care of. That'll be two conference championships in 3 years, 2 undefeated seasons, and potentially work towards another state title. So we're going to keep an eye. Torgard helping that rat there with some of the stuff, and it looks like we've got a little bit of action here in the solo lane. Like Cullen always is, an aggressive, and he goes up into his form there and gets some good hits on the Mulan, pushing her back away from the waves there, and able to punish that. And we've got punishment happening here in the duo lane already. Jolly and Jaco pushing the Clinton duo lane back to the tower, but in comes, I'm not even going to try his name, the Clinton jungler, Liv, we'll say, but nothing really happening there. But we're going to keep an eye. Here's Pestilence here on that Rat Tasker. Is he going to go in on the Thanatos? Nope, he plays it back, plays it a bit safe here, trying to see, and they go their separate ways. And we pop over just in time to see Big Man get that totem, and back goes the Milan under tower. Just allowing the Kakolin to free farm at this point. Just trying to keep an eye. We've got 2 lanes that are very, very active. Oh, looks like we might have a gank here, or a double gank here. Oh, and that rat Pestilence goes in on the Thanatos, pushes him back here. Oh, gets dragged in, and first blood does go to the Clinton jungler, and potentially was going to go. Big Man was potentially going to fall, but does get back and is just fine. That Mulan having to run back, and we still have a bit of action here. Thanatos level, we'll call him that, goes in on Big Man, but he's able to get back there. And we have some action here, and are we going to have, and there's a answer. Jollification gets Arya Shanks down, and he's going for more. Going and trying to get the Flying Ferret down. That Ymir trying to get away. One of the slowest gods in the game. But no, he is able to get away from Jaco and Jollification. But Big Man gets meanwhile, Big Man gets the kill. Probably some bleed damage or something up on that Thanatos. So Random Lake takes a 2-1 lead. Still pretty even here. Gold is, it's barely in Random Lake's favor at this point, but just see here. Every time I pop over to look at the solo lane, Mulan sitting under her tower, playing very defensive. Kakolin's already got a level lead on honor. Basically, Random Lake's got a level lead on pretty much everybody except Pestilence is a level behind, which is fine, really, at this point. So it looks like Jaco has rotated over to the mid lane like he normally does at this point, especially after the first kill. And it looks like Flying Ferret is going to be staying in the duo lane with Arya Shanks. Oh, and do we have an minion does get a kill on Torb.
The gold.
But in comes Kakolin trying to get stuff back there, unable to do so. Let's see, is he's going back to his lane, going to see, and we might have a bit of a fight here at, the totem is down, but here comes Kakolin, and the Mulan decides to say, I'm getting away. So, no fight there, at least not yet. And Scylla is minions fighting up again, sitting here trying to clear her wave with Jaco's just working on it as well. And here comes in Torb to help. Where? Oh, no, they're both there. They're just sitting on top of each other. Right, Random Lake working, still getting their buffs, keeping their buffs up here. See what Jolly's doing on that tournament. Still sitting a level ahead. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out at this point. That gold lead is still only about 1,100. Oh, and here comes Rat, goes up into the tree to kind of move around. It looks like we'll see. Oh, and Mulan gets a pull in, but gets stunned right away. And looks like Ymir finally rotated over, so it's only the carries in the duo lane at this point. About that. Usually by this time that has happened. Jolly is sitting at looks like a 2-level lead, at least on paper at this point, probably about a level and a half. Working on trying to do some damage to the tower, but it looks like we've got a little bit of, I don't know if action's the right word, but just moving around. And oh, nope, Torgor does get frozen, and there's the Kraken. And oh, and is that Thanatos going to survive? No, Jaco gets a kill, the very rare support kill there. Able to get that down. Random Lake takes the kill lead of 3-2 at this point. And Jolly's in there and goes and is working and does steal the purple buff. And now runs right into Hades. Oh, and gets put to stone. Meanwhile, Jaco does get taken down by Minion, but we've got a fight here. And is he? And yes, Jollification able to take Arya Shanks down. It's like there were 3 of the Clinton team sitting there just hanging out, taking care of that red buff. And oh, we're gonna, oh no, it looks like there's not gonna be a fight there. Just trying to keep an eye where we might be having some action. Oh, and Kakolin goes in and is going to work and steal the Clinton blue buff there. Oh, and we have Jolly fighting with Thanatos. Thanatos goes up in the air and comes right down on Jolly, but he gets taken care of. Jolly able to take care of him off that Cernanos. And while we're waiting, Big Man takes care of that Mulan, and in comes Jaco's coming over as well. But not able to really get anything on the Medusa. But I mean, Jaco is sitting. Jaco and Flying Forest are even, but Jolly's sitting on a 3-level lead at this point. And there's a 2-level lead. Big Man's got a 2-level lead. And what are they doing? Oh, looks like they're just going over to take care of the Harpy camp there. I just saw people together. Just saw the Pyromancer came in, and just heard that the Fire Giant is in. A little early for that, but we've got some action here. Kraken comes out, doesn't connect on anyway, and Minion able to use her ult and take out Torb. So unfortunately, not a great ult there by Torb. Not really. I don't know if I would say it was his fault. It just is kind of what happened there. But it looks like Big Man's getting dived on by Level here, but he's making Level pay. Goes up on him, and it looks like Thanatos uses his ult to get up and away for a little bit. Meanwhile, Kakolin is in use his ult to go on Milan and get a bit there, but not much.
Your team has fully powered the obelisk. The enemy has fully powered
Random Lake has a trebuchet waiting in that duo lane whenever they decide they want to do it. Meanwhile, Big Man's between towers here at this point, and here comes the Milan, but knows that, I don't want to fight him. Nope. Jaco's going in on the Thanatos at this point. Does take out the Oracles, so get some vision there. Going in, still going on him, trying to be a pain. Things are going to be interesting, but here comes the dunk by Pestilence, and in comes Jolly here as well. Jaco able to get away, and this is just a massacre. Pestilence takes one down, but gets taken down. I mean, this is a 2 for 3 at this point. My goodness, I don't know what happened, but something did, and Medusa's running away. So after all that, Pestilence and Jaco both get taken down, but Level, Minion, and the Flying Ferret also do. So Random Lake does come out on head on there. I'm gonna say this, folks. This is not gonna be a fight. That's a game where we're gonna do the 20,000 gold difference. I think this is gonna be one that is going to have to be the Titan going down. We're gonna look here and see Random Lake winning the ward game, which is great. Gonna see here. Looks like and looks like Jolly has gotten that scepter there to get that a little extra bit of damage. And is he going to go in on the Medusa? He does not go in on the Medusa. Playing it smart and safe here at this point. Yes, he is 4 levels up and probably could, but he also knows that Medusa can do some pretty good CC. While we were talking about that, I mean, there's been killing all over the place here. 3 of the Clinton players are down. Only the duo lane is left, and the call is the Pyromancer, and that Pyromancer is not long for life at this point. And not necessarily as fast as it has happened before, but pretty fast there on that kill. Alright, Creative Corps are getting taken, Scorpions are getting taken down to upgrade the buff camps there. Now all of Clinton is back up, but, you know, Random Lake doing a good job of taking care of that, those jungle camps and other buffs and that macro play, as they call it. You know, not necessarily just worrying about the kills, but also worrying about what parts of the map we need to take care of. And Random Lake is sitting at a 7.7 thousand, or almost an 8,000 gold lead there. Oh, and we've got, this is going to be trickier. Nope, they're not going to go for it here. Looks like the entire team at Random Lake is in there, and their minion goes down. That's one down. And down is going the tower. That Ymir's just walking around. What is that Ymir doing? And that Ymir is dead. Big Man gets that kill. And in and down goes Level. And here comes another one. Mulan goes in, and is he going to get taken too? No, but looks like Random Lake's going after the Fury. There's 3 players of Random Lake down. Is there going to be any defense here from the Clinton players? And it does not look like it. And the Gold Fury goes down, and Random Lake's got a 10k gold lead. And down go the Oracles, and let's see what we got going. Colin running, you know, Big Man and everything running. We're going to clear this mid wave here. Here comes the Mulan's coming over. Oh, looked like she was going to try to do a little bit action on the Poseidon of Torbjorn, but does not do so. Goes in on Jaco. Jaco gets pulled in, but not really doing a ton of damage on him. Just trying to keep an eye where everything's happening here. Mulan pulls the Kepri again, and from Jaco, and there's a Kraken, and that's a great Kraken because there's one down there. So far, Mulan and the Ymir trying to get away. And they do, but then they start to come back in, and we'll see what happens here. That Mulan gets picked up, and meanwhile, Tor's sitting there doing damage. There's a stun, but nothing can happen because of the freeze by the Ymir. Oh, I see Big Man going up behind. Is he going to? Oh, and there's the Mulan. They're jockeying for position here, and looks like there's a bunch in there. Ratatasker is in there too, and the Level takes down Pestilence, and Jaco gets taken down too. That's 2 down from Random Lake. Not a great sign here. Meanwhile, they're all chasing Big Man. There's 4 of them. The only one not chasing Big Man is Mulan. And Big Man's just gonna run them around, and in comes Cernanos, and and there's 1 down. There's another. There's a 3rd. There's a 4th. 4 kills by Random Lake. Holy crap. I mean, what looked like a bad time for Random Lake with 3 down become a very bad time for Clinton, as there is the deicide. All of Clinton is down, and how many towers and other objectives are going to pay for this price? And there goes the tower. All mid towers are down here at this point. And let's see what else is possibly going to fall. They do have 3 of them back up here, so not probably much else, but Random Lake able to do a bit of damage. And when I say not much else, apparently that means it's time to do fire. So Random Lake up on the Fire Giant here. Jaco and Big Man sitting there tanking with Torb doing the damage. Rad is there as well. So the only person there... Oh, nope. And here's Cernanos coming in to help. And goodbye, Fire Giant. Looks like everyone is going to say Torb needs to get it. And Torb falls to the Fire Giant, unfortunately. But that's fire on 4 players. And what is going on? And that's a dunk. But Pestilence does get taken out by Level. But is he going to be able to survive? And he goes, and there's a grab by Jaco, and Level is down a wall, but it's not enough as Level gets taken down, and that Scylla minion's trying to run away from Kakolin, does seem to get away. Is that Ymir going to survive? That's going to be a question, and yep, it looks like it. And everyone's here fighting in this, around this middle Phoenix here. And Random Lake gets 2 more here. Jolly with a double kill, and it looks like this might be a down Phoenix. Oh, a little bit of fight. That Medusa by Arya Shanks tries to get away, tries to survive, does survive, and that deicide does not happen. But there goes the Phoenix, and from what I can hear next door, things are still going good. Yes, you know, sometimes you try to be the correct type of streamer and not say anything you shouldn't, but that just was insane. And man, Level tries to go in on Jolly and has to use his ult to get away. And Random Lake just working on getting their buffs here and feeling that it's going to be a push coming here soon. We will see. All right, so here we go. Looks like it's probably just going to be, here's the calm before the storm. But we will see here. So 3 of Clinton are sitting and taking care of their red buff. Make that 4. Everyone but Mulan is over there at that red buff, but decides Thanatos is going over to the duo lane, and everyone else is grouped up in mid. Meanwhile, Random Lake is working over on the fire side of the jungle, and it doesn't look like Clinton has any idea. But you know, when mostly the entire enemy team has dropped more wards than most of your team, it's hard to know what's going on. But they do come in for this defense here. Entire team is over here on the right of both teams is over on this right side Phoenix. And in it comes. Here comes the Kraken. There goes one down. Thanatos has used his ult to get out and away. Jolly gets a kill on that Ymir. And Pestilence gets a double kill. There's only one left, and that's Level. But FaZe gets a kill on Big Man from the grave. But that Thanatos can't do anything against 4 of Random Lake. Clinton under attack here, and I think this is going to be it at this point. Thanatos trying to do everything he can to potentially save the Titan and save the season, but no, Random Lake is undefeated for the second time in 3 years and is conference champions and ties up the #1 seed out of their conference at 23 minutes with a dominating 29-10 win. Random Lake is going to go into the playoffs with that #1 seed and able to take it to whoever we're going to end up here in 2 weeks. So Random Lake does really well, does basically tighten stuff up, and we'll be able to go in 2 weeks from today. We will have the first playoff match. Friday, that playoff match will be announced by the association, and so please look on Facebook or Twitter to see who will be playing and how that goes. We will join us tomorrow, where the JV Smash team will be playing against North Crawford High School, 4 p.m. here on the channel. This has been a presentation of Random Lake Esports. Stay safe out there, and go Rams!